Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 5. Life should be an adventure, one with purpose, passion, and a touch of the unexpected. That was how Ted Hartley once described his journey. It was a journey that inspired many and touched every corner of storytelling, on screen, on stage, and beyond. Ted Hartley passed away peacefully at 100, leaving behind a century filled with courage, creativity, and unshakable spirit. Whether as a fighter pilot, actor, producer, or philanthropist, he led with purpose and heart. Before he ever graced the silver screen or revived one of Hollywood's most iconic studios, Ted flew F-11 Tigers from aircraft carriers and served as a White House aide under 2 presidents. A severe injury in the line of duty may have ended his flying career, but it led to a new chapter just as daring. Harvard Business School, a path in finance, and eventually, a leap into acting. Audiences may remember his role as Reverend Jerry Bedford in Peyton Place. Others will recall his film appearances alongside stars like Clint Eastwood, Cary Grant, and Robert Redford. But perhaps his greatest role came later, rebuilding RKO Pictures, the historic studio behind some of Hollywood's greatest classics. As CEO and chairman, he brought new life to the brand, producing modern films and acclaimed Broadway shows like Curtains and Top Hat. He wasn't just a businessman or performer, he was a builder of dreams, a passionate advocate for the arts, a quiet supporter of global causes through organizations like Orbis International. In later years, Ted expressed his creativity through painting, gathering friends for art classes filled with warmth and laughter. His personal life was just as rich. He was a loving husband to actress and philanthropist Dina Merrill, with whom he shared a lasting bond until her passing. He is survived by his son, Philippe Hartley, who carries on his father's legacy of curiosity and compassion. Ted Hartley didn't just live history, he helped shape it. He taught us that reinvention is possible at any age, and adventure can live in many forms. As actress Laura Linney shared, Ted's energy made you believe the next great project was just around the corner. He looked at the world and said, "Let's make something beautiful." Tributes to Ted Hartley. Number 4. Mary brought a unique combination of rigor and warmth to every set. Her legacy is built not only on the films she helped perfect but also on the people she lifted along the way. These moving words from filmmaker Ang Lee reflect the heart of Mary Cybulski's extraordinary journey. Mary Cybulski, a master of movie continuity and beloved mentor, passed away peacefully in November 2025 at age 70. Her contributions behind the scenes shaped some of the most memorable films of our time. Across more than 40 feature films, Mary worked with some of the industry's most iconic directors, including Charlie Kaufman, Ang Lee, and David O. Russell. Her steady hand and sharp eyes helped bring films like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Happening, and The Bourne Legacy to life with brilliance and precision. But Mary's impact went far beyond what viewers saw on screen. Her book, Beyond Continuity, became the go-to guide for aspiring script supervisors. Used in classrooms and on film sets around the world, her words continue to teach the craft she loved. Colleagues say Mary combined professionalism with kindness. She made time for those starting out, offering guidance, encouragement, and the occasional needed laugh. Many in the industry credit her support as the reason they stayed the course. Though quiet by title, her role was vital, keeping stories clear, characters consistent, and productions moving forward. In every scene she touched, Mary left a lasting mark. Throughout a career of over 4 decades, she never stopped learning. And just as importantly, she never stopped teaching. Her wisdom and warmth built a legacy that lives on in the stories we tell and the people she inspired. Mary's passing followed a brief illness. She was surrounded by love and is survived by her immediate family. Out of respect, they have chosen to grieve in private. To the filmmaking world, Mary Cybulski was a cornerstone, a quiet force whose work helped shape modern cinema. Her presence will be missed, but her influence remains deeply felt. Tributes to Mary Cybulski. Number 3. The thing about Dave, one lifelong friend once said, was that he didn't just play music, he lived it, breathed it, shared it. Dave Burgess, the heart behind the Champs and the iconic sound of Tequila, passed away peacefully at age 90. His journey ended after a brief illness, but his melody plays on. Over a career that stretched across 7 remarkable decades, Dave wasn't just a musician. He was a trailblazer. He co-wrote one of the most recognizable hits in music history. When Tequila topped the charts, it didn't just mark a victory for his band, it marked a moment in rock and roll history. That song earned the very first R&B Grammy Award, setting a new standard for instrumental music. But Dave's legacy wasn't limited to a single song. He registered more than 700 copyrights, mentored young talent, and never stopped recording. At 88, he signed a Sony record deal, proof that passion doesn't fade with age. His final album, Tequila Party, showed listeners that his spirit stayed just as bold and joyful as ever. Those who knew him described Dave as generous, kind, and endlessly dedicated to his craft. He didn't seek the spotlight, but he lit up every room with his energy and laughter. From sold-out shows to studio sessions, Dave always gave his all. Fellow musicians often turned to him for advice, encouragement, and support. He believed in music as something meant to be shared, said a former bandmate, and he lived that belief every day. Dave leaves behind family, friends, and fans around the world, along with a songbook that spans genres, generations, and memories. Though names have not been publicly shared, his loved ones hold on to the comfort that his music lives on. The impact of Dave Burgess is woven into the soundscape of American music. From the notes of a saxophone solo to the beat that invites you to dance, his influence lingers. Even as the curtain falls, the music doesn't stop. Tributes to Dave Burgess. Number 2. The universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it is stranger than we can imagine. Joel Primack lived by that mystery and spent his life uncovering its beauty. A pioneer in theoretical astrophysics and cosmology, Joel Primack reshaped how we understand the universe itself. With a rare blend of scientific depth and a gift for communication, he became one of the driving forces behind the cold dark matter theory, now a pillar of modern cosmology. His work wasn't just about equations and simulations, it was about helping all of us see our place in the cosmos. Over decades in academia, Primack guided students, researchers, and the wider world through the complexities of the standard model of particle physics and the birth and growth of galaxies. At the University of California, Santa Cruz, where he became a cornerstone of the physics department, he inspired generations. Joel also believed science should be shared, not siloed. His outreach efforts, public lectures, and collaborations across disciplines showed his passion was matched by humility. Awards followed, among them the Julius Edgar Lilienfeld Prize for his excellence in teaching and communicating physics. Collaborators often praised his clarity and kindness. Astrophysicist Nancy Abrams, his wife and co-author, once said, "Joel's mind is like a telescope. You never know how far it will take you." While no announcement of his passing has been made, even now, his legacy continues to unfold. Primack's influence echoes in classrooms, in research papers, and in every curious mind looking up at the night sky. He helped us realize that exploring the universe isn't just about space, it's about meaning. Tributes to Joel Primack. What's trending on the internet? News 1. What a remarkable life we pause to remember today. Dr. Jane Goodall, whose gentle spirit touched hearts across the globe, has been laid to rest at the age of 91. Her moving funeral at Washington National Cathedral was attended by friends, world leaders, famous faces like Leonardo DiCaprio, and even a few of her beloved rescue dogs, a heartfelt sight that brought smiles and tears alike. Born in London and renowned for her groundbreaking research with wild chimpanzees in Tanzania, Dr. Goodall taught the world to see animals as individuals with emotions and intelligence. But her legacy stretches far beyond the forests of Gombe. She founded the Jane Goodall Institute to protect wildlife, championed clean water and community-led conservation, and inspired millions of young people through her Roots and Shoots program. Her work helped save forests, clean up rivers, and proved that caring for animals means caring for people too. As we reflect on her legacy, we remember Jane Goodall not just as a scientist, but as a beacon of hope and compassion. Her message was always simple: together we can build a better world for all living things. Jane's light will keep shining whenever someone lends a hand for nature or stands up for those without a voice. Her spirit lives on in every act of kindness toward animals, people, and this beautiful planet we share. News 2. Here's something truly moving from one of music's brightest stars, Lady Gaga. At 36, Gaga recently shared heartfelt reflections about her experience filming the award-winning movie A Star is Born alongside Bradley Cooper. Many will recall her breathtaking turn as Ally, a struggling singer whose talent and heart captured millions. But behind the scenes, Gaga revealed she faced personal challenges, bravely opening up about her mental health journey and the toll such a demanding role took on her. Her willingness to discuss these struggles has inspired fans of all ages, showing that even the brightest stars can face dark days, and that there's hope and healing ahead. Gaga's openness reminds us to support one another, celebrate courage, and always seek the help we need. Her story will continue to uplift generations, not just through her music, but through her honesty, resilience, and heart. News 3. Mark Wahlberg is opening up about a recent scare that had his family counting their blessings. His youngest daughter, 15-year-old Grace Wahlberg, is on the mend after a frightening accident during an equestrian competition left her hospitalized. Although it was a very tense moment for the Wahlberg family, Mark says Grace's bravery stood out. She's already asking when she can get back in the saddle. The actor and his wife Rhea, who live with their 4 children in Las Vegas, shared their relief after seeing Grace recover so quickly. Mark has been deeply impressed by Grace's dedication, from rising at dawn to spending every day at the barn. Even after her injury, her passion for horses never wavered. Mark says he's taken inspiration from her discipline, which she's shown at such a young age. Family and friends from all over sent love and encouragement, and Grace herself reassured everyone that she'll be back to riding in no time. Through this ordeal, the Wahlbergs say they're more grateful than ever for their tight-knit family and for every moment they share. Grace's resilience and love for her sport remind us all of the strength we can find in the things we love, and how even after a tough setback, it's that very passion that gets us back on our feet. News 4. For many viewers, Jeannie Francis has been a beloved presence on daytime television for decades. Recently, at age 63, the Emmy-winning actress opened up in a touching conversation with her longtime friend and co-star Maurice Benard about drawing from her real-life experiences for a powerful new storyline on General Hospital. Jeannie's character, Laura Collins, is at the center of emotionally charged episodes, and behind the scenes, Jeannie gently shared how her journey with depression and social anxiety has deeply informed her performance, making her portrayal even more resonant for fans. Their heartfelt discussion did not shy away from talking about mental health, instead embracing it with courage and honesty. Jeannie and Maurice talked about their enduring friendship, mental health advocacy, and the positive message they hope to send viewers of all ages, reminding us that everyone faces challenges, and no one should feel alone. Jeannie Francis's openness and strength continue to inspire, reminding us not just of the power of storytelling, but of the healing that comes from sharing and supporting one another. Her grace on screen and off will be remembered as an ongoing gift to the General Hospital family and to everyone touched by her journey. News 5. If you've been following the world of K-pop, there's an update that has touched fans everywhere. Renowned K-pop singer Hyuna, adored by millions across the globe, recently experienced a health scare, collapsing on stage during a vibrant music festival in Macau. At just 32, Hyuna has long dazzled audiences with her energy and talent, so this moment truly concerned everyone who cares about her. In recent days, Hyuna has bravely opened up to fans, sharing details about her health journey and the importance of self-care. Her honesty is reminding people of how crucial it is to look after both body and mind, no matter how busy life gets. Fans and fellow artists worldwide have sent her heartfelt well wishes, highlighting the deep sense of community within the K-pop world. As Hyuna recovers, her positive spirit and openness continue to inspire those who followed her remarkable journey. We wish her strength, healing, and more joyful moments ahead, and will remember her not just as a musical superstar, but as someone who reminds us all of the importance of taking care and supporting one another. News 6. Here's one story that truly reminds us how precious life is, especially for those who pour their hearts into everything they do. Renowned chef Brian Malarkey, age 51, recently faced a sudden and frightening health emergency while traveling in Italy with his partner Danielle Harley. Malarkey, well known from Top Chef and Food Network, described the ordeal as an out-of-body experience where he saw the white light after collapsing in his hotel room. Doctors believe the episode, a suspected seizure, was likely triggered by intense stress, as Malarkey has kept a whirlwind schedule running his acclaimed San Diego restaurants like Herb and Wood, Herb and Sea, and Animi, plus expanding his culinary empire into Oregon. Through it all, he's continued sharing laughter and life lessons on his podcast, Harley and Malarkey, turning even the toughest moments into opportunities for reflection and gratitude. After a difficult week and an emotional outpouring of support from fans, Brian says he's especially grateful to be alive, and he's not ready to slow down just yet. This story is a gentle reminder to cherish our loved ones, celebrate our passions, and find joy even on life's busiest days. Chef Malarkey's zest for life, his commitment to family and community, and his ability to persevere inspire all of us, reminding us that every moment is a gift worth savoring. News 8. If you've ever watched Hollywood Medium, you know Tyler Henry as the warm, insightful spirit guide who's touched so many lives with his readings. Today we're catching up on Tyler's journey, as the 29-year-old medium has just undergone his third brain surgery, his second operation this year, in Los Angeles to treat a recurring colloid cyst in his brain. Tyler's loving husband, Clint Godwin, shared the update and assured fans that Tyler is recovering well, surrounded by family and feeling deeply grateful for all the kind wishes sent their way. For those who may not know, colloid cysts are benign, but they can cause troubling symptoms. Tyler's courage and openness through these health challenges have inspired viewers and supporters alike, reminding us of the importance of hope and resilience. Tyler himself reflects on how these experiences have taught him about the preciousness of life and the power of trust, a message he continues to share both on Hollywood Medium and his Netflix show, Life After Death with Tyler Henry. Let's keep Tyler and his family in our thoughts as he rests and heals. Through it all, He shows us how to confront life's uncertainties with gratitude, humor, and heart, and that's a legacy that will never be forgotten. News 8. Let me share a story full of warmth, resilience, and the true power of friendship. Beloved actor Christopher Rich, now 72, who stole America's hearts as Brock Hart on Reba, is back in the spotlight, and it's all thanks to his longtime friend and co-star, Reba McEntire. After suffering a stroke in 2018, Christopher faced a challenging journey, bravely working through physical therapy to regain his strength. For a time, it seemed his days on set might be behind him, but Reba, ever the spirited champion, refused to let him linger in the shadows, inviting Christopher to join her and fellow Reba alum Melissa Peterman on the new NBC sitcom, Happy's Place. Christopher's return isn't just a television event. It's a heartwarming celebration of recovery, loyalty, and the magic that comes when true friends lift one another up. He credits Reba's encouragement for helping him step back into the lights, and viewers everywhere are cheering on their magnificent reunion. Through laughter, courage, and the bonds of friendship, Christopher Rich reminds us all that life's second acts can be their brightest, and that we honor him by cherishing the support of people who make each day a little more special.
News 9.
If you've tuned into Fox and Friends lately and wondered where the ever-cheerful Janice Dean has been, you're not alone. Janice, age 54, is one of America's favorite meteorologists, renowned for bringing warmth and positivity to our mornings from New York City for over 2 decades. Recently, she's taken some well-deserved time away from the broadcast, focusing on personal health and family, a reminder that even those who weather the biggest storms need a moment to recharge. Janice has inspired millions with her resilience, including her brave public journey with multiple sclerosis. Her absence from the airwaves has certainly been felt, but viewers can look forward to her uplifting return. Through every challenge, Janice's signature smile and encouraging messages remind us all to appreciate the brighter days and keep putting one foot in front of the other. She's not just forecasting sunshine, she brings it wherever she goes, and she'll be welcomed back with open arms when she returns.
News 10.
Justin Bieber is showing the world what true perseverance looks like. The 31-year-old pop icon entertained fans during a lively 4-hour Twitch livestream, even as he powered through a painful rib injury from a recent fall. From his home studio, Justin shared smiles, heartfelt moments, and even a few laughs about his gnarly accident, reminding us all that the gift of life and connection is worth celebrating, no matter the challenges. Moments like these highlight Justin's enduring spirit and gratitude, inspiring millions to keep going, stay resilient, and find joy in every little victory. We'll remember this performance not just for the music but for the uplifting message that sometimes the toughest days reveal our greatest strengths. Number 1. She made us laugh, think, and dream, often all at once, said Queen Camilla, remembering her dear friend. May her hereafter be filled with impossibly handsome men and devoted dogs. Dame Jilly Cooper, beloved novelist and cherished voice of British life, has died at the age of 88. She passed away peacefully following a tragic fall at her Gloucestershire home. Her family was at her side. Few writers captured the wit, warmth, and contradiction of Britain's upper and middle classes like she did. With sharp social satire, irresistible romance, and plenty of laughter, her stories became beloved companions for millions. Best known for the Rutshire Chronicles, Jilly introduced readers to a world of horses, heartbreaks, and unapologetic glamour. Her breakout novel writers galloped into bestseller lists with unmatched energy. Rupert Campbell Black, her most infamous creation, remains one of literature's most charming rogues. Her writing sparkled with humor and a deep understanding of life. Whether chronicling the chaos of domestic life or the rivalries of the rich and reckless, she did it all with grace, empathy, and unmistakable style. Beyond fiction, Jilly was a trailblazing journalist and columnist. Her candid essays in the 60s and 70s gave voice to the complexities of modern womanhood, love, marriage, guilt, and joy, in a way that felt refreshingly real. She wrote more than 40 books over 7 decades, never losing her sharpness or creative flair. Even in her 80s, Jilly remained a force. Her last novel, Tackle, published just 2 years ago, showed no signs of slowing down. Honored throughout her life, she was named Dame in 2024 for her remarkable contribution to literature and charity. But her greatest reward, she often said, was the love of her readers. A devoted mother and loyal friend, Jilly was surrounded by family, dogs, and notes scribbled in longhand. Her home was always full of stories and laughter. Her children, Felix and Emily, said, "Mum was the shining light in all of our lives. We can't imagine the world without her laughter." Jilly Cooper leaves behind more than books. She leaves behind joy, timeless, fearless, and unforgettable. Tributes to Dame Jilly Cooper. "You were never going to out-hustle Jim," a former colleague once said. He asked the tough questions, then waited for the answers. Jim Avila, the tenacious journalist who spent decades exposing truths and shaping national conversations,